you know, I'm not doing this in any rush, you know, because she may not be here, but that was a promise I made, and I've kept every promise that I made to her.
Is she giving you a lot of positive feedback, I'm guessing, right now?
Oh, she's very, very proud. Not only of the fact that she knows I'm back in school, but she get to see me with the orange on again. Yeah, we all bleeded there.
What degree are you pursuing?
Management.
Management.
Yes, sir.
Is that what you were studying before?
It is.
Yeah. And how's your progression? How close are you?
Well, again, I left early, so I've got you know, a year and a half left now. So you know, we're going at it pretty good. But after being out of school for 25 years, it's definitely different.
Yeah, I was going to ask how hard that was to go back to class and listen to teachers.
Actually, it's easier now because I'm more focused on what I'm doing. You know, I'm not worried about who's doing what outside the classroom now, because I've come in, I've been here, I've been out in the real world. You know, I understand what all is out there, and this is something that I chose to do, and so it makes it a little easier.
Do your classmates know who you are?
No, until I have to get up and tell people who I am in the class. That no, these kids weren't even born when I was playing. So
No autograph for autographs.
Yeah. None. No, I haven't had anyone to do that.
It might have been humbling to be around these kids, players. Same situation.
It is very humbling to be around these kids, because I found out after coming back just how much I did not know about football at that age, or just saw just how talented these guys are, as opposed to how much talent I had. These kids are far more talented than I ever was, and I tell them all the time, so that if you take your talent along with work ethic, you can get wherever you want to be, because there's so much talent here.
Do you see a lot of similarities from those days you were a player here to what Coach Sweeney's done now and where he's got the program at?
No, it's night and day, but the thing is both programs won, and that's the similarity. You know, we were a very, very physical and disciplined team. You know, Coach Sweeney has the discipline, but Coach Ford created men, and Dabo Sweeney creates whole men. He creates that kid who's out in the community working. You know, Coach Ford expected us to do the right things. Dabo makes sure that these kids are doing the right thing. He's got people lined up in front of them to give them direction. You know, there's nothing that these kids, there's nothing they lack. If these kids don't get it while they're here, they work in order not to do it, because it is so easy to get it done while you're here.
Now that you've been around it for a couple of months now, is there one or two players that you look at them and go, man, that cat's pretty special?
We've got a lot of special guys on this team. A lot. I mean, you just take, for instance, the other night, Thursday night, when you look at Kurtz and he's running the guy down on a kickoff return. You know, everybody didn't do that. You know, he separated himself from a lot of his teammates. You know, in just that one instance. You know, to see him give that type of effort for a guy who's pretty much gone, and he runs the kid down another 2 yards. We're out there lining up to play defense. You know, Wayne Gallman is another one. C.J. Fuller, one of the young running backs. If we can just get him to hold on to the ball, this kid has an opportunity to be special. I mean, obviously, you can't say enough about our quarterback. I mean, this kid is just totally amazing, the things that he can do. You know, I've played with quarterbacks in the NFL that didn't have his talent.
Tony Elliott, a little bit younger than you. Mm-hmm. What's that dynamic like working with him? What's your relationship with him?
Great relationship. I'm probably learning more from him than he is from me. You know, obviously I played the position, so there's some things about being a running back that I have that he don't. But Tony is so smart. He's a student of the position itself, and he goes out and. You know, I have not came in and changed up anything that he's told these guys, because I mean he's telling them all the right things. Now there's, you know, as I said, by playing the position, you know, there's certain things that I understand about the mentality of that position that's different from the mentality of a receiver that I can relate to those guys in conversation. But Tony's doing an outstanding job.
What are the biggest differences you notice between being a player when you were and being a player now?
Well, being a player when I was here, I mean, we didn't have all the things that they have now. Yes, we had the great training table. We didn't have masseuse come in and give us a massage. You know, we didn't have indoor facilities. When it rained, we were out in it. You know, and all those things are great. And, you know, they deserve everything that they get because they go out and they put the work in, and they are winning. So I mean, I'm just happy to see that this program has came as far as it has.
How much more structured are things now compared to what you
I would say it's a lot more structured. You know, I mean, we had structure, but we were a different breed. The kids today, they're not like us. We would rather be outside running around playing football. These guys would rather be inside playing video games. So you got all the stuff that keeps them inside. You keep those guys from being outside where a lot of the trouble is. And the structure itself, well, I mean, we've always got something for them to be doing to keep them from having a lot of the idle time. You know, it's not so much of football-related stuff that we have them doing, but it's stuff that they need to be working on outside of when we have them. To work on their craft, to make sure that they're getting their education taken care of, all the different factors that we have in place there.
And what would it be like back in the 80s when you played, if you guys had social networking and Facebook and Snapchat and all this stuff? What would you think the result would have been back then?
We probably would have had a team that would have been suspended. As you know, I mean, a lot of things now it gets blown, it gets blown out way out of proportion because of all the social media and everybody chimes in. And one thing, it starts out small, ends up big. Without that, I mean, things that were small when I played stayed small. So I mean, it just the media attention that the guys get now. You can't go and do anything without it being seen, and we let those guys know that.
What have you done with occupied your time from retirement till now?
From retirement from football,
Yeah.
Well, I had my own trucking company, and I did that for years, and I spent a little time back in my high school helping those guys, and you know, just doing football camps and speaking, just doing all the little things to give back to the communities.
What's the uniqueness about, is it unique being the oldest student coach in Clemson program history?
Keith Jennings is older than I am.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Stand corrected.
Second oldest, but you know, it's great. I mean, it really is just to have the opportunity to be able to come back and again work with these young men, to see those guys, and they feed into everything that we say. I mean, they really do. They understand that we've been where, you know, where they're trying to go. In some cases, we have guys who didn't go to the NFL, but they have life experience that they can teach these young men. And I think it's just truly a blessing for these guys to be able to get that.